All right, Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And Shalom to you, hopefully elect. All right. And just through the spirit, you know, just wanted to do this real quick. Lord willing, to be edifying and uplifting to whom it may concern. All right, because man, I know through the spirit, because this thing ain't just about me. And typically when one brother feels one thing, usually, it applies to us all at the end of the day, because we're pretty much through the spirit we're all on one accord. So like I said, when I say certain things, I know I'm not just speaking for myself. I'm sure brothers feel the same way, because in this damn society, in this freaking setup, and I'm gonna just say this through the spirit again, because I'm probably and I had to actually take some time out to kind of calm down before I did this video, because my spirit has been hot. I was actually studying, or trying to get some precepts together for another lesson, but just again through the spirit, spirit, kind of hit me to speak on this to whom, again, whoever needed to hear this, because this shit, man, it's getting to a point, like it's a feeling that I can't explain, but nevertheless, the best way that I can explain it, the best way that I can put it, is that power building up, because getting to a point where I know, man, brothers, and the frustration that's been building up within us, man, the vexation that's been building up within us, it's getting to a point where it seems like we can't contain it anymore. We can't control it anymore. Each day that goes by, and each day, we got to bear this wickedness, bear this vexation, every day that goes by, man, and it's just a thing of things not being how they're supposed to be. Again, it's just it's real vexing to the point where it just seems like we can't hide our vexation anymore, man. We can't hide our frustration. But hey, that's why I said through the spirit, I believe it's that power that's building up within us. Lord willing, we're that number, because we're coming into a time soon, Lord willing, that Yahweh Shema Shai, hey, he's gonna let the leash off of us, man. Oftentimes I've been talking about how when it comes to Esau, right, and how the Lord is going to let this pit bull off the leash, again referring to Esau, Edom, on the left hand. Well, hey, it's likewise on the right hand. All right, because hey, Yahweh Shema Shai, man, and again, I know brothers feel it. I know brothers feel it, man, because it's just like, how much longer do we gotta tolerate this shit? How much longer do we gotta deal with this shit? And it's like it, because I was gonna say again, as much as I tried to calm my spirit down before I did this, throughout the day, nevertheless, my spirit is still kind of fired up. My spirit is still kind of hot. And it's not because I'm in this 90 degree ass weather in this hot ass car, right? It's so damn hot out here, man. Jake got to sit, because I ain't got no AC, no cold air. I can't, no cold air. I can't afford to freaking, fix this shit. So Jake got to sit in the car, right? Try to find the best shit that he can get with the door open, one leg out the door and shit. But you see, that's some part of that, kind of ties into what I'm talking about. It's just like, man, it's like, how long we got to deal with this shit? It's like, goddamn, because in my mind, I just be but through the Spirit. That's why we're learning to, before I ramble, because the point keeps slipping me, but let me just get this real quick. All right, because I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, you know. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of so-called cussing, so if you don't like the rude speech, then just get the fuck off this channel, man, because again, my spirit is kind of hot. You know, I'm kind of fired up. So let me find this real quick. Man. Because if the Lord give us the power now, man, we will show the fuck out. You know, we show out. But we are learning to master our power, just like Yahweh Shai, right? Our big brother Yahweh Shai. That's why I want to read this real quick. In Wisdom of Solomon 12. I'm going to start at Wisdom of Solomon 12, verse 17. For when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou showest thy strength. And among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest. All right, because, hey, in righteousness, all right, Lord willing, we're that number, you know, the time, work, the ethic, the work, the you know, the sacrifice that brothers put into this to serving Yahweh Shemau Shai, it's going to pay off real soon. It's going to pay off without a shadow of a doubt. And that's something that we got to believe, you know, because, you know, you may question why, and it happens to the best of us, you know, on why we're still doing this, you know. You know, this flesh, you know, this flesh is a bitch, straight up. And then, like I said, if you don't, I'm probably more than likely going to use a lot of so-called cussing words, all right, rude speech. And if you don't like the rude speech, then get the fuck off this channel, man. All right. You know, because it ain't about the rude speech. So, more so, do you get the message behind how brothers talk so harshly sometimes, at times, you know? Are you receiving the message? Because again, this is a part of the vexation, the fact that men can't be men in the society, right? Because, you know, the scriptures say that we're more than conquerors, right? And that's something that's naturally within our people. That's something that's naturally within Jake, man. We like to conquer shit, take over shit. You know, we're conquerors. But the fact that we're living in a society where we're contained, it's like we're contained, we're put in this box, we're limited. Like the scriptures say, we're a lively people, we're a lively stone, man. You know, but we are in this unnatural setting, and people question why we're so bitter, why we're so mad, why we're, well, again, the frustration is building up to a point where, again, I'm sure I speak for most when I say, man, it's getting to a point where it seems like, man, we can't hold it anymore, we can't contain it anymore, man. Because it's like, how long? Well, hey, not long, man. Because, hey, Yahweh Shemau Shai, he's about to turn our notch up in his men. The Lord wanting wear that number because we're tired of this shit. You know? So that feeling that you're getting where it's just like, man, you know, you get that feeling where you know, you clench your fist and you start biting your teeth, and, you know, when you get that feeling, but at the same time, you know, you just gotta, because I always say, you know, one of my sayings, you know, this truth, it's all about taking L's and turning the other cheek. All right. And when I say L's, man, it's more so lessons that have to be learned and not losses, because there ain't no losses on the side. All right. The fucking hell with this place. There ain't no losses on the side, man. You know, so this truth, it's all about taking L's, aka lessons, and turning the other cheek. Because we are learning to, once again, in Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 17. For when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou showest thy strength, and among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest. Verse 18 is the point. But thou, mastering thy power, Judge us with equity, and orders us with great favor, for thou mayest use power when thou wilt. All right. And again, power, man, because this build up, when Yahweh Bashim Shai turns that notch up in his men, because I was going to say earlier how, in that day, it's going to be made known who the men of the Lord are. And in that day, Lord willing, we're of that number to the hopefully elect brothers, man, hopefully elect Akim. And we're going to be arrogant, but we're going to be arrogant in righteousness. You know, we're going to be arrogant in righteousness, right? In righteousness. I'm going to say that again. You see, because, you know, we're learning the responsibility now, so that Lord willing, when we got power, man, and the tide turns and the script flips and the tables turn in our favor, you know, because brothers say it all the time. We say it all the time. The biggest I told you so moment in history is coming. But it's not even going to be a thing of like, no, it's going to be like, well, you know, because, brothers going to be humble as fuck in that day, man. You know, but nevertheless, because, the scriptures talk about the confidence, our confidence in Yahweh Shema Shai, man. And the scriptures also talk about how we boast in the Lord all the day long, because, again, another saying of mine, this thing of ours, man, it's a thing of confidence, not cockiness. Because, through the Spirit, man, again, I'm saying this in humility, in all humility, the Lord is dealing with us. All right? The Lord is dealing with us. And, you know, Lord willing, it transitions over when all hell breaks loose and that favor is shown. Because, again, the Lord is going to make it known, I was dealing with them the whole time. Because, certain elders be saying, you know, because we don't know. At the end of the day, we don't know. But just by the way he's looking, like certain elders be saying, you know, more and more it's starting to look like we're those men. Because now you got these groups, they're making skits, you know, comedy skits against the true prophets, the true men of the Lord. And, you know, the more you become seasoned in this thing, the more you grow and learn how it's supposed to be, then, you know, you don't get mad, because this is how it's supposed to be. Because I'm going to just say it, great millstone and brothers that follow the like-minded doctrine, we're to these other Israelite groups, man, we're the worst of the bunch, you know, the Bumalites, rapists. Like I said, you got groups, you know, now making comedy skits, marking us, our apostles, right? And it's all good, because this is how it's supposed to be. Because, when the Lord gives us that power, when the Lord turns that notch up within his men, man, you people better, these people, because I'm, you know, through the Spirit, I'm talking to you, hopefully elect, that to you elect. All right, whoever you are, whomever you may be, whoever sees this, to whom it may concern. When Yahweh Shema Shai turns the spirit up in you, man, it's a wrap for these fucking people, man. It's a wrap for these people, man. You know, because, brothers are tired of being on the fucking bottom of the fucking barrel, man. You know, this shit ain't right. It's not supposed to be like this. You know, and again, people want to question why we're so bitter, why we're so mad, angry. Well, you know, the scriptures tell us the more we grow in wisdom, the more sorrowful we become, to roughly paraphrase. So, you know, shit don't make no sense. But then it does. But then again, it does make sense. You know, the Lord is teaching us a valuable lesson. But nevertheless, you know, through the Spirit, we still have the right to feel some type of way. We know why we're going through this. We know why we catch our hell. But we're still in the flesh, and, you know, it's still gonna feel some type of way, man. So, it is what it is. You know, the scriptures talk about, not giving the Lord no rest, man, until righteousness is established. You got the saints in the heavens and the saints on earth complaining continually. This is not how it's supposed to be, man. This is not how it's supposed to be. You know, but nevertheless, that frustration that brothers is feeling, that agony, the misery that brothers is going through, and it's getting to a point to where it seems like, man, we can't control the shit anymore. That's that power, baby. It's building up. Because the Lord is about to turn up his men. He's about to turn that notch up. He's about to turn that dial up. You know? But before that takes place, I'm going to read this again. In Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12 and verse 18. Because again, if the Lord gave us the power now, then hey, man, we just be all over the place. You know? We be all over the place, man. But we're learning to perfect our craft. All right? We're coming to our full measure. We're learning to master our power. Which again, Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 18. But thou, mastering thy power, judgest with equity and orders us with great favor, for thou mayest use power when thou wilt. All right, and hey, that reminds me of this real quick through the Spirit. In Revelation. Because power is coming to the elect men of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. All right, power is coming. You know, to the elect men of the nation of Israel. And like I said, brothers are going to be arrogant in that day, but in righteousness. Brothers are going to turn up in that day, but in righteousness. You know? Because, again, it just seems like brothers have been taking the lowest for the longest. Brothers have been on the bottom for the longest. And it's like, Lord, because I always question, you know? It's like, Lord, you said that you was going to, here it is, the Lord compared us. We're more precious than fine gold. Thus saith the Lord. You know, and this is like, Lord, because I'm gonna say this, you know, through the Spirit, you know, some time ago, long time ago, you know, I heard the elder Kazaki Allah, he mentioned he made the statement about how we're meaning most highs, right? Well, hey, you know, because me being a junior myself, you know, I'm a junior, right? And I have a junior, so to say, of my own, you know, and it just hit me when he said that, because ever since then, it's just, hey, we are Yahweh Juniors. You know, meaning most highs, aka Yahweh Juniors. And if it's just like, Lord, you created us in your image, you created us to be just like you. Well, how long has it got to be like this? Because again, brothers being on the bottom for the longest, it seems like brothers have been on the bottom for the longest, man. You know? And again, you know, because when you're out and about, man, and just people just for no reason, because Jake be trying to chill, Jake be trying to be low key. You know, but you got people looking at us funny for no reason, want to start some shit for no reason. And again, we know, you know, because ultimately it's, you know, it's all spirits, man. You know, it's not but demons on these people. So, but still, you know, these people be looking at us funny. These niggas be cutting you off in traffic and shit. And again, that feeling that you get like, you know, like, I'll light this bitch up right now, man. But again, that's why we don't have the power right now, because, hey, we're learning to perfect our craft. We're learning to master our power, patience, and, you know, so the way that the Lord set this up, he set it up beautifully. But make no mistake about it, hey, because our time is coming, Lord willing. Our time is coming. You know, the scriptures say that the Lord, he's going to exalt us in due time, in due season. You know, so when that time comes, hey, you people better stay the fuck out of the men of the Lord's way, man. Because, hey, a lot of you people are going to be, man, listen, bright burning motherfuckers out here, man. You know, these niggas are going to be getting bright burned out here, man. You know, but I'm going to get this. Because like I just said in Wisdom of Solomon, how we're going to be able to use that power as often as we will, right? Well, Revelation 11, because in that day, in that time, hey, you know, we're going to be spiritually matured. All right. Everything's going to be done in righteousness, man. Like I said, everything's going to be done in righteousness, not out of our emotion. And when I say, hey, these niggas are going to be getting bright burned, it's not going to be out of emotion or anything like that. You know, Revelation 11, verse 5, starting at 5. Or verse 6. Yeah, verse 5. Revelation 11 and 5. Because again, going into the elect men of the nation of Israel. All right. The time's going to come when they're going to get power. All right. Believe it or not, spiritual power is coming to a select group of men on this earth. A small handful of men on this earth. So Revelation 11 and 5. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth. You know. And we read about the different examples. of our forefathers, calling down fire from heaven, right? And devour their enemies. And if any man, and that's the spirit, because like I just said, you know, hey, brothers are gonna be bright burning motherfuckers out here, man. You know? It says, and devour their enemies, and if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. These have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. So you see, man, like I just said, hey, you know, in that day when the Lord turns that notch up, because again, that's what all this is. It's a building up of the power, man. All this frustration, all this vexation, and this is like, ugh, you know how Jake do, man. You know, Jake gets that feeling like, man, if I could, you know, wait, the time's gonna come when the Lord's gonna allow it to be so, and brothers are gonna turn up, man. Brothers are gonna turn up out here, man. You know, man, can't fucking wait, man. Because again, it's getting to a point where it's just like, man, the hell with this shit, bro. The hell with this shit. You know, the hell with this shit, man. You know, so like, how long, Lord? How long we gotta suffer these people, man? And if we feel that way, how much more the Lord? How much more the Lord, man? You know, and despite how we feel, regardless of how we feel, right? And that's the spirit. Hey, now, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shabrak Thumb to Akim and Akwath on the comment board, you know, because that's the spirit I was holding at in Isaiah 41, you know, because, hey, I was just about to make the point. That's the spirit of how, as that feeling that we get, that burning feeling, that fire that we get within our spirit. Because, you know, ultimately it's of the Lord, you know, because we don't get mad enough. We don't get mad enough, man. You know, Jake, man, hypothetically speaking, if the Lord allowed us to, if the Lord left it up to us to where it came down to Esau, Edom, you know, and, you know, either completely obliterating them, these people, pursuing to Obadiah, right, burning them up as a nation of people, you know, completely exterminating this race of people, or showing them mercy, you know, Jake, man, as much of as much evil and wickedness as these people have done to our people, you know, and just in general, right? You know, Jake, because Jake by nature, we're a compassionate people. So if you left it up to Jake, hypothetically speaking, if the Lord left it up to Jake, hey, Jake will end up showing these devils fucking mercy, man, and they don't deserve mercy. So that's why Yahweh Shema Shai is going to put his spirit on his men to turn up, because again, we don't get mad enough in this bitch. We don't get mad enough, man. You know, and even with that being said, because I'm getting turned up, man, but even with that being said, we can't get turned up enough, man. I can't get turned up enough. That's why the Lord's going to turn up, man. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Like I said, through the spirit I was holding that. Isaiah 41. And the brother, Salvation is near 144. He posted it. All right. But Isaiah 41. Isaiah 41. You see where I can start. Isaiah 41. I'm gonna start at verse. I'll start at verse 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. And again, because hey, when the Lord puts his spirit on his men, hey, man, brothers are going to turn up in righteousness. Because ultimately what you see in brothers, or I should say what you're about to see in brothers, you know, is ultimately is going to be the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. Because again, we don't get mad enough. We don't get turned up enough, man. We don't get pissed off enough. You know, so that's why the Lord's going to have to put his spirit on us. Because like I said, if you leave it up to Jake, they're going to end up showing mercy to these devils, man. You know, if you leave it up to Jake, they'll let Esau continue to reign. They'll let Esau, you know. But nah, man, the hell with that. You know, this place has got to go. Esau, he's got to go. And quite frankly, 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, you got to go too. Here it is. Jake looks at us like a burden way. No, niggas, you niggas are the burden, man. You know, because hey, if all Israel were to repent, man, we'd be in the kingdom by the morning, man. If all Israel were to repent tonight, we'd be in the kingdom by the morning. So it's you niggas, man. You 2/3 niggas that's holding us back, man. So the hell with these 2/3, man. It says, verse 11, behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. So, hey, at the end of the day, because like I just said, man, in verse 10, don't worry. Hey, the Lord, everyone that's done us wrong, all right, and it's scary. And when I say that, man, not on our behalf, all right, because hey, if we're of that, if we're the elect, man, then hey, it's scary on the behalf of these people. You know, and I don't say that in a repentant way, like, man, you know, like, Lord, I know he did me wrong, but can you show him? No, man, it's scary because, hey, you know, the scriptures say you offend one of the little ones, it's like you're offending Yahweh Shema Shah directly. So, you know, a lot of times, man, you know, people do us wrong or whatnot. People treat us like shit, right? So on and so forth. You know, and oftentimes, man, I know me personally, I don't even make it to a point because it takes a lot for me to get riled up. It takes a lot for me to get to a point where I'm pissed off enough to actually put curse up on people, man. It takes a lot for me to get to that point because, you know, for the most part, I'm chill. You know, I'm laid back, you know. But when I do, hey, you know, hey, how about Shema Shai? Hey, you know, putting them curse up on these people, right? You know. But even with that being said, sometimes people do us wrong, man. It's like they're not even worth our breath, you know. They're not even worth putting curses up on. But nevertheless, they still offended you, right? Well, hey, the Lord's gonna deal with them anyways. He's gonna jack them up anyways, just because they offended you. You know. So don't worry about it. It's just a matter of time, man. Because, you know, we might put curses up on people, whatever the case may be. People do us wrong, whatever, and it just seems like, you know, days go by, weeks, months, years go by even, and these people, they just living it up. But listen, no, the Lord has it out for these people, and they don't even know it. You know, the Lord, you know, these people don't know, and for the most part, all of us is like that, man. Well, you know, that's the case for all of us, because the Lord has cases on all of us, man. You know, the Lord has a case on all of us, and it's just a matter of time before that death angel comes through and, hey, you know, punches your ticket, man. But you see, that's why we fear the Lord. We walk on eggshells every day because we know, hey, we're not exempt. The Lord can take us out at any moment. But these people are walking around with pride, like they can't be touched. Man, these people have no idea. They got angels lurking over them, man, waiting on the green light. You know? So don't worry about it. You know, your boss treating you like shit, your rib. She might be committing adultery on you, right? You know? She might be committing adultery on you. You know? She might be you know, in your face, you might have a Sarah, you know, and then and I say that loosely because ain't no Sarahs on this side. I'm gonna just say it, but for the most part, you might got a rib that might be actually doing you right, but hey, you know, behind your back, man, she committing adultery, you know, whatever the case may be. Listen, it's easier said than done because we're in the flesh and this shit hurts, but in due time, the Lord's gonna make amends. He's gonna set the record straight. He's gonna make things right on our behalf. You know, because, you know, that's something I meditate on a lot, man. Because, you know, actually going through this shit, man, and being patient, that's what's hard about a lot of the trials and tribulations that we gotta go through. The hard part is actually just dealing with it and just being patient. You know, because, you know, Jake wants that instant gratification. Well, this truth, you're not going to get instant gratification. You got to wait. You got to be patient. But hey, in due time, hey, you know, because the Lord, he's letting these people stack up on their iniquities, man. He's just building up a case. You know, these people are digging a much bigger rabbit hole. They don't even know it. And they don't even know it. So the time's going to come when, hey, there's going to be time to collect. right? But to those of us, Lord willing, man, that were patient, right? Held on tightly, did what we were supposed to do in sincerity and in truth. Hey, our reward is coming. All of our reward is coming. We're all gonna get rewarded, man. You know. But hey, in righteousness, man, hey, Lord willing, our time is coming, because, man, you know, this build up, man, it's man, the power is building up, and the time is gonna come when the Lord is gonna turn that notch up with them brothers, man, and hey, it's gonna be a wrap for these people, right? But verse 12, it says, "Thou shalt seek him, Slakia, thou shalt seek them, and shalt not find them, even them that contended with thee. They that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught." So, hey, 2/3, first and foremost, Esau, Edom, right? These other nations, and even 2/3. You know, the Lord has it out for these niggas, man, and they don't even know it. But the time is gonna come. Like I said, everyone that did the men of the Lord wrong, treated us like shit, talked shit, scoffed, right? You know, all the wrongdoings that these people did to the men of the Lord, man, eventually is gonna catch back up to them. And they're gonna have to pay for what they did, man. Because, you know, throughout time, you know, for the most part, people were always able to put hands on the prophets, kill the prophets, right? But hey, this is the last time for that shit, man. This is the last go around. We believe through the Spirit and in faith, this is the last time that these people are going to be able to put hands on the prophets, man. All right. This is the last go around. Because again, the Lord's going to turn up the notch within his men. Verse 13, it says, For I, the Lord thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. So don't worry about it, man. Again, it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done because we're in this fucking flesh. But don't worry about it, man. In due time, the Lord's going to revenge us, man. He's going to redeem us. The Lord's going to take care of it, man. He's going to fight our battles for us. We ain't got nothing to worry about, man. Just hold on a little longer, Jake. You know, just hold on a little longer, man. The Lord's going to take his vengeance out on our enemies, man. You know, what's the scripture say? Blessed is a man that gets to see the downfall of his enemies, right? We just wait. And like I said, it's not even going to be a thing of like, ha ha, you know, like, no, it's going to be like, hey, call law Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, because it's all going to be done in righteousness, man. Even the scriptures tell us it's a righteous thing to recompense tribulation to those that trouble us, man, to those that trouble you. So, you know, despite this Christian dogma, right, you got to pray for all your enemies. And no, fuck that, man. These niggas do you wrong, hey, you know, the Lord's going to make it right. He's going to make amends, man. These people, they got to pay. They got to pay. These people, listen, the only remedy for these people is death. These people, they got to learn, do death. These people got to die, man. They have to die. They have to die, man. That's it. It says, fear not thou worm Jacob. And you see, because a worm is a defenseless creature. You know, it has, you know, it can't defend itself. It's vulnerable, right? You know, and likewise us, hey, we don't have no standing military, no standing army, right? We don't have no one that goes to these G7 summit meetings and whatnot, speaking on. We don't have none of that. Well, this is why Yahweh Shema Shai, he's going to have to turn us up. He's going to have to turn the spirit up within us, man, because, you know, again, the Lord is our help. He's our strength. He's our defense, right? And for these niggas talking about downplaying the names of Yahweh Shema Shai, well, where else are you going to get the power from? You're going to get it from Jesus? Most high in Christ and blessed? Is that where you're going to get the power from? No, nigga. You know? Niggas talking shit about, you know, while we exalt the names, well, hey, that's where our power, that's our power source. Where else are we going to get the power from, you dummy, you dingbat? It says, fear not thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. And you know how Jake talked, man, because, you know, oftentimes when you read stuff like this, man, you just picture Jake you know, Jake, hey, don't worry about it. Like a Jake talking to his woman, hey, baby, just chill. Don't worry about it. Like what the Lord tell us, hey, just be still and know that I am. Like, don't worry about it. You know, don't worry about it. I got it. I got you. You know, that's how the Lord is with it. With us, man. Don't just chill. In due time, you know, I'm gonna do this. This is gonna happen. Don't worry about it, Jake. Just chill. Just chill, man. Because again, brothers getting to a point. It's just like, man, you know, hey, man. If it wasn't for this truth, hey, a lot of us will either be locked up in the mental asylum or in the grave, man. We're through without this. You know, we are through without, man, we're through. But verse 15, it says, behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. All right, so hey, man, again, when Yahweh Shema Shai gives this man that power, brothers are gonna be tearing shit up out here, man, and it's gonna be one of those. I'm gonna just put it like this, you know, to put it on a carnal level, you know. And again, because you know this particular video is not going to be PG. All right, so if you can't deal with the harsh language, get the fuck off this channel. All right, you know, because just to put it in like a carnal context, man, you know, it's like you got a woman that you've been talking to for some time. Let's say you've been talking to her for a year. You've been doing a long distance thing for a year, man, and you know this woman, you know, this is the one that you want, right? And y'all been sexing each other, phone sex, right? Video calls, sending pics to one another, and you can't wait till you get the day where you pop. You know, you want to pop this woman. You know, you can't wait to pop this woman. Well, the time comes, right? Well, you know, she flies out to you to come see you, right? Y'all get a hotel. What do you think is gonna happen? Hey, man, you're gonna let loose. All right. You're gonna let loose on this woman, man. You're gonna pop, man. You're gonna pop the hell out this woman, man. You know, all that built up tension, all that built up masculine energy and testosterone. All these other bitches you ain't been, you know, you just been, you know, because all you want is this woman, you know. And you finally get her. What do you think is gonna happen? It reminds me of you know, when you watch the Game of Thrones. Oh man, I forgot the chick's name, but oh man, what's her name? Damn. The Khaleesi, right? You know, and she hooked up with this forgot his name too, man. The Jason Momoa, you know, the actor, right? In the show, you know, he popped the hell out of her, man. You know, and the next day, hey, you know, you had the little handmaidens basically carrying the poor girl because she couldn't walk. You know, again, going back to this comparison, hey, man, imagine all this built up tension, frustration, you know, all the back and forth shit talking, and you finally get your hands on the woman. Hey, you're gonna make sure she's not gonna be able to walk the next day. You're gonna give it to her. You're gonna, hey, likewise, you know, and that's just on a carnal level. Hey, how much more than the men of the Lord in that day when the Lord finally, because all this tension, man, and all this build up, bro, like this, that's the power building up. Because when the Lord turns his men up, hey, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for these people, man. It's a wrap. You know, these people aren't gonna know what him. You know, man. So I'm gonna get a few more precepts, man. Because again, hey, the men of the Lord, man, for the longest have been on the bottom of the barrel. You know, I always say it's bad enough. It's bad enough. You know, Jake in general, especially the Israelite man, and that's just even the average 2/3. Is the bottom of the barrel. Well, hey, when it comes to the real men of the Lord, the real prophets, man, hey, we're like under the barrel, man. You know, you get treated like extra shit around this place, man, around these people, man. Well, that's okay, you know, because hey, our reverence, Lord willing, man, what a number, our reverence, our respect is coming back. You know, before I get that, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this in St. John. Oh, I'm sorry, not St. John, in Jonah. Jonah chapter 4. Because, you know, when Jonah, when he told, he's prophesying to Nineveh, you know, the downfall of Nineveh, right? And it didn't happen at that particular time. Well, hey, Jonah was hot. He was heated, right? So I'm gonna get this in Jonah chapter 4. Start at verse 1. It says, but it displeased Jonah exceedingly, and he was very angry. And so you see, Jonah was hot, man. He was, man, you know, because we all get the feeling like, man, fuck this shit, you know, like, you know, that feeling, man, that power building up within us, man, right? It says, and he prayed unto the Lord and said, I pray thee, O Lord, was not this my saying when I was yet in my country? Because, you know, hey, Jonah, he didn't even want to do it, but hey, the Lord made him do it. And for it not to go down when that particular time, listen, Jonah was hot. He was pissed off, right? It says, therefore I fled before unto Tarshish, for I knew that thou art a gracious God and merciful. Because you see, again, Jonah knew that the Lord was merciful. He knew that the Lord was gracious, right? Slow to anger and of great kindness, and repentance thee of the evil. So like I said, Jonah didn't even want to do this task, man. He didn't even want to do this, man. But, you know, hey, it's not of us. This thing is not of us. Because, like I said, man, we all get to that point every now and then. It's just like, man, why am I still doing this shit, man? The hell with Jake. The hell with these people, man. Why are we still doing this shit? You know? Because, hey, if the Lord left it up to us, then, hey, man, we would have been stopped teaching, man. We would have been stopped teaching these boneheaded Negroes, man. But it's not of us. It's not of us, man. You know? It says, verse 3, therefore now, O Lord, take, I beseech thee, my life from me. For it is better for me to die than to live. So, again, and we all get to that point. It's like, man, the hell with this, Lord. Just take me now, man. Just take me now. Fuck this shit. Just take me now, Lord. Then said the Lord, doest thou well to be angry? So Jonah went out of the city and sat on the east side of the city, and there made him a booth and sat under it in the shadow till he might see what would become of the city. Because again, Jonah was hot. Jonah was heated. He was pissed off to the point where, hey, the Lord had to, you know, calm him down. The Lord had to, you know, because when you read verse 6, it says, and the Lord power prepared a gourd and made it to come up over Jonah, that it might be a shadow over his head to deliver him from his grief. So Jonah was exceeding glad of the gourd. So you see, man, Jonah, the Lord had to he had to ease Jonah, man. He had to calm him down. He had to chill him out because Jonah was pissed off, man. You know? And likewise us, hey, because the Lord, he's about balance, man. You know? He's about balance, man. Because, hey, if there's no balance within this thing, man, then like I said, most of us, if not all of us, we either be in the jail, we be in a mental health asylum, or we be in the grave, man. We be through. So thankfully, the Lord, he balances us out, man. Because, hey, you know, the Lord be having to just, you know, calm us down sometimes, man. Because we get so amped up, man. It's, you know, that power. It's just, that's all it is. It's just that power building up within us, man. Because it's like, God, man, you know, it's like fucking shit, damn, you know, like, you know. But hey, you know, you know, we just gotta chill out, let the Lord do his thing, you know, because the Lord don't operate on our time. We operate on his time, you know. And like I said earlier, it's the harder part is just dealing with the shit and just, you know, being patient. That's the hard part. You know, just being patient through the process. That's the hard part. Right? But hey, man, make no mistake about it. Hey, the Lord, he's about to turn his men up. I'm gonna get a few more precepts. I'm gonna get this in Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20. Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask for or think, according to the power that worketh in us. All right, so you see, man, because hey, Yahweh Shema Shai, hey, he's about to, the Lord is already working a work in us through us. But hey, the Lord, the Lord, he's about to turn that notch up within us. He's about to turn us up on another level, man. You know, and it reminds me of, because this is one of my favorite chapters to meditate on, to think about, to read. In Psalm chapter 18, going into King David, because hey, when the Lord turned that notch up in King David, you read about King David and his mighty men, right? You know, at the end of the day, the Lord, King David, he gave all the credit to the Lord, man. Rightfully so. So Psalm chapter 18, Man, I'm gonna read this, Psalm 18, because again, we're all going to receive a reward. All right, we're all going to receive a reward, but hey, we're hoping that it's the good reward, the good kind, the Lord's mercy, His grace, that spiritual power, His favor, right? If we just keep on enduring, we keep on, because like I said, we biting our tongue, and it's just, we just gotta wait, man. We just gotta wait a little longer, man. We just, how Jake get that feeling like, boy, how Jake gets, man. I be wanting to take this car and just throw this shit and just, take this light pole and I'll just be wanting to smack people across it, man. But in due time, man, in due time. So Psalm chapter 18, I'll start at verse 21. For I have kept the ways of the Lord and have not wickedly departed from my power. For all His judgments were before me, and I did not put away His statutes from me. I was also upright before Him, and I kept myself from mine iniquity. Therefore hath the Lord recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in His eyesight. Because you see, we all fall short. All of our righteousness is as a filthy rag. But like I said, if you're putting forth your best foot forward, man, in sincerity and in truth, then in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai, the elect are going to be blameless, without spot. The elect are going to be virgins, pure. So it's according to, how the Lord sees us, man. But nevertheless, if we're doing what we're supposed to do today, we're going to be recompensed, right? And the Lord's going to allow us to, Lord willing, man. The Lord's going to allow us to be able to get in on a little bit of the action, man, by turning that notch up. Brothers are going to be getting spiritual power, man, and fucking shit up out here, man. So I'm going to jump down to verse 28. It says, for thou wilt light my candle. The Lord, my power, will enlighten my darkness. So you see, because it's a matter of the Lord turning that notch up in us, turning that switch up in us. You see, because King David, he said, for thou wilt light my candle. So you see, the Lord has to turn that light up. He has to turn that switch, that dial up within us, man. The Lord has to do it. Because it's there. It's there, man. It's there, man. And again, we feel it. We feel it, man. The things that brothers be imagining and thinking, soon we're going to be able to perform it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Soon we're going to be able to perform it. Hey, make no mistake about it. In Jacob's trouble, a nigga does you wrong, you're going to have the power to just incinerate this nigga, man. Just by thinking it. Just by mere thought, you're going to have the power to incinerate this nigga, man. Martial law troops during Jacob's trouble. You're going to have the power to just call down fire from heaven. You're going to have the power to do whatever you want in righteousness, man. Brothers are going to have these special abilities because Yahweh Shema Shai is going to turn that spirit up with them brothers, man. Right? I'm going to jump down to verse 32. It says, it is the Most High that girdeth me with strength and maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds feet and setteth me upon my high places. Because again, through the man, and the Lord puts that spirit on brothers, man, and turns brothers up. Hey, brothers are going to be doing all type of things. Brothers are going to be like Flash out here, man. Superman, right? Hulk, doing all type of crazy things out here, man. Brothers are going to be able to perform it, whatever they put their mind to. And the Lord turns that spirit up in brothers. Hey, it's a wrap, man. Brothers are going to be doing incredible things, right? It says he teaches my hands to war so that a bow of steel is in mine arms. So you see, all through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, when he turns that spirit up in brothers, man, brothers are going to be doing incredible things, right? Brothers that never got into a fight in a day in their life. Well, hey, in that day, again, you're going to have a bunch of 2/3 niggas trying to surround your house, right? Not knowing any type of hand-to-hand combat. Well, hey, in that day, the Lord's going to turn that notch up and hey, you're going to whoop everybody's ass, man. You're going to be kicking everybody's ass, man. Brother ain't never gotten a fight in his life. In that day, he's going to be whooping everybody's ass, man. scene I like to think about, because I'm an Ip Man fan, I'm a martial art fan, I remember my pops, man. He always used to watch those karate movies, those kung fu movies back in the day, right? Those old black and white kung fu movies, and I was always fascinated with that shit, man. I was always fascinated with that. So with that, I grew up watching martial arts movies, and I've become a fan. I love Ip Man, those movies, right? Which is based off the actual individual that taught Bruce Lee, Ip Man, right? Or Yip Man, he actually taught Bruce Lee, but they made movies based off this guy. And the character, the actor that portrayed him was Donnie Yen, which he's, one of my favorite actors. But I think it was the first movie, the first Ip Man movie, right, where he was, and because in the movies, he's a real humble guy, right? He's a real humble man. And I don't know if that's how it was in real life, but in the movies, he was a real humble dude, But when you pissed him off, hey, and he rolled up them sleeves, man, and he went into offensive mode, hey, well, going back to the first Ip Man movie, hey, when they I think they killed one of his boys or whatever. I forgot the narrative. I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but hey, because I think it was basically against Moab against Ammon, right? And basically, long story short, man, they pissed him off. He was pissed off, and he wanted to fight 10 of their best 10 of their best martial artists, or it was probably more, but like I said, I haven't seen the movie in some years. I forgot it, but nevertheless, he whooped all their asses, man. He whooped all their asses, man. Because like I said, once he, gets to that point where he's like pissed off, he ain't talking, he ain't doing no talking. He rolls them sleeves up. Hey, he goes into offensive mode. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, man. And that was exactly the case, man. He whooped all their asses, man. Hey, brothers are gonna be doing stuff like that. Brothers are gonna be doing stuff like that, man. Like I said, brothers that never got into a fight a day in their life, don't know any type of hand-to-hand combat. Well, hey, they're gonna be whooping ass, flying, doing all type of stuff, man. But hey, I'm gonna get this and end it off, man, because hey, the time is coming. All right. Like I said, you people, man, hey, in that day, you better stay the fuck out of the man of the Lord's way, because hey, you people, man, Jake, hey, brothers are gonna be running through shit. Brothers are gonna be running through shit, man, and it's gonna get crazy. Things are gonna turn up out here, man, in righteousness and in wickedness. But I'm gonna get this in Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. So this is what we're in the process of right now. All right, Lord willing, the Lord is using us to, start from the apostles to seal the elect, the rest of the elect. All right, if they're not sealed already, to gather the rest of the fruit, man, that the rest of the sheep that need to be woken, right? Because from there, hey, when you read on, it says, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. Now, ultimately going into, when our bodies are changed, all right, and we're perfected, that's when we're actually going to be in the real new covenant, right? And the Lord's going to send it. He's going to send us out to fish, or excuse me, to hunt for these elites hiding these different bunkers and whatnot, But even before that, hey, again, when the Lord turns that spirit up, when he turns that dial up, that dial, excuse me, when he turns that dial up, he turns that notch up in his men, hey, in this hunting mode, hey, you people better stay the fuck out of our way, because it's gonna be bad for you people, especially you 2/3, man, because part of the Lord's judgment, hey, he's gonna use some of his men to execute judgment out here, man, in righteousness, man. The Lord's gonna use some of his men, turn some of his men up, and brothers are gonna be tearing shit up out here, man. So Lord willing, this was edifying, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. Shalom, shalom. Lord willing, until next time.